Hello everyone, it is Pelican Dude, and welcome back to the 7th episode of my Let's Play of Planetary Annihilation Galactic War, in which we aim to restore the glory of our former Imperium to this barbarian-held galaxy. A time of darkness has overtaken us, but not for long. The light of civilization shall be spread. To Legate Attius. Reminds me of To Kill a Mockingbird with Atticus Finch or whatever. Or what's the other book that Harper Lee wrote before I think she passed away recently, but because she wrote To Kill a Mockingbird a very long time ago, and then just more recently released Go Set a Watchman, I believe is the name of the book. Yeah, I'm looking at my shelf behind me. Yeah. Go Set a Watchman, which I have not read yet, but purchased recently because I figured it would probably be good. I don't know. To Kill a Mockingbird was interesting. Now we're already talking about famous American writings before we even start blowing up robots. But hey, you know, it's an important part of history, right? And definitely a interesting novel, to say the least. So we're going to go set a nuclear explosion off, I suppose. Alright. So here we go, episode 7. Things should be interesting. You know, it's funny, so I've been listening to this podcast lately about a couple of guys who are big YouTubers, or the podcast isn't about them, or I guess you could say it is about them, but the point is that they're the ones hosting it. People you might have heard of, CGP Grey, and I guess the other guy's not a YouTuber, I take that back. He's a professional podcaster, named Mike something or other, and he owns a company called Relay FM, and they're basically a podcasting company that does a ton of different podcasts. And I was thinking about, because they've been talking about on the podcast, how a lot of YouTube channels have gotten to the point now where they essentially are companies. Like, even if it still seems like they're one guy, they're actually multiple people working behind the scenes at these various YouTube channels to bring in the content that needs to be produced. So I find that quite fascinating. And, you know, I was thinking about it, and some channels this sort of makes sense on. There's some channels where there's a lot of professional level video production that goes into them, but you know, we sort of... Oh, I wonder if the enemy started pretty close to me this game or not. Okay, these guys will have to figure it out. We're gonna go ahead and make a radar tower right here. But it amused me because I was thinking about how, like, you know, you've got these YouTube corporations, if you will, now, where they've got actual employees and multiple people working on videos, and potentially multiple shows on one channel with multiple hosts on that channel. And the amusing thought that occurred to me is, I wonder if this would ever work, or if this exists somewhere on YouTube, of a Let's Play corporate channel, so to speak. And obviously this is not something that I'm particularly interested in, because I am very tiny as a YouTube channel so far. But it tickled my imagination, so to speak, this thought of like some corporate Let's Play channel where they actually have multiple, like, quote-unquote professional Let's Players making videos to put out on a regular basis. Just the idea of, like, corporate Let's Plays, it amuses me, okay? Okay, that's where the enemy is. That's interesting. So that's just out of our radar range. That's why they're dead now. Oops. This is why intel is important, I guess. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and start fortifying our defense bases here on this planet that is nearly identical to all the planets that we've been playing on so far. That's fun. And start making doxes, because there are things coming for us, and we want doxes to get out there and, you know, throw some troops in the way of the enemy and slow them down a little bit. They're going to kill that mech. We're going to be too late for that, but oh well. And dance them back and forth. Try and stay alive. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Bam. Okay, and now we've gotten to the point where I think we can just continuously throw them at them. I like the little docks dancing, not gonna lie. I kind of find it amusing. Just to try and keep things going. Alright, let's make some more of these. Do we have advanced air now, right? Yeah, I think we've got advanced air. Okay, let's see if we can actually kill them. No, you can do it, little docks. Come on, with 3 of you, surely. Yes, bam. Alright, enemy destroyed. And we're going to go ahead and start making some turrets here, because it looks like the enemy might be taking an interest in us, as makes sense to do. And then hopefully... Okay, we've got a lot of doxes coming now, which is good. And this guy got his waypoint set over here. And where can we send these cons to expand somewhere? I think, yeah, that's not the enemy base, so we'll send them here. The enemy base is down, except it's actually up from our position on the planet, if you take north and south as what are up and down. That was a kind of terrible Ender's Game reference that I retconned immediately after making it, but, you know, no big deal. Whatever. Okay, and then radar, and let's make this an energy base. Alright, because we have advanced air, so we can actually make advanced eco now. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and get these spamming more doxes. Because you can never have too many military units. Just ask the United States. Trust me. I know, I'm an American. And we'll go ahead and see what there is going on for the commander over here. Let's make some vehicle factories so that way we can get the spinners going, and we'll have a anti-aircraft defense and start pushing our eco up further. Build walls, by the way. This is a big tip. I've thought about making an actual dedicated video to this that's not a Let's Play style of video. Walls vastly increase the value of defenses. Like, you make walls is basically the point. Like, I can't remember what the exact metal values are for walls right now. So, walls cost 50 metal. Turrets cost 350 metal. So, basically, 7 times the cost of walls. But if you spend an extra 350 metal to make, like, some more walls instead of another turret, like a turret with walls is more effective at defense than just 2 turrets, in my opinion. It'll survive longer, unless the enemy has artillery, in which case you're just screwed anyway, so forget it. Let's get this going on over here and get another mechs built on top of that. Some Infernos might be nice just as, you know, shields to kind of soak up damage. Again, it's kind of a similar principle to walls. What were those? Were those Tesla bots? Not to be confused with the awesome Tesla charging snake of death that's coming to claim our souls, I'm sure, as soon as we all get electric cars. Okay, let's see here. Have you guys seen that? It's so Tesla, the electric car company, which is pretty awesome. They have a robotic articulating arm that reaches out from the wall and plugs into their Tesla cars and charges them automatically, because, you know, it's 2016. Why should you be bothered as a consumer to have to actually reach over and plug your car in? Why aren't these bots moving? Move, bots. There you go. I don't know what that was all about. That was some sort of glitch with pathfinding or what that was. Okay, let's screw this base up a little bit. That's an enemy commander. I don't want to get uber charged in the face exactly, so we're going to skirt around him and come in the back here. That seems like a optimal strategy. Okay, then these cons, how about we have them... Yeah, there's all sorts of things about walls that are really useful. Like I said, I'll probably make a dedicated video about them. Because they are quite useful for a number of purposes. but I feel like they're really easy to misuse if you're not experienced. So I think walls will have to be a dedicated post-commentary video. Seems like an ideal thing to me anyway. So let's take out the eco, because these guys might... I think, yeah, we'll take out more... Factories have too much health, so if we just focus on taking out some eco here, it'll have a greater effect than... Let's see if we can kill the mechs before they die. Come on, kill the mechs. Oh no, too late. Oh well, we screwed up that base quite a bit. So that'll be good. Wow, this battle is actually going longer than I thought. I didn't realize how long it had already gone, but, you know, 9 minutes, 10 minutes-ish. Okay, let's get the cons. No! Don't! Oh. Really? Okay, let's screw this fighter. No naval unit. I really hope we get a water planet at some point. That would be nice to actually be able to take advantage of naval. Let's make some orbital factories over here just because why not, right? Okay. Oh, these are the Infernos I ordered. Yep. It's like, ah, yes, sir. The Infernos that you ordered have arrived. What? Jolly good. 2-day expedited delivery from Amazon with your Prime membership, of course. And we need a lot more doxes queued, because they make them pretty fast. Okay. And more doxes for everybody. And you make orbital fabs. And then advanced air, because advanced air is the key to our advanced eco here. We can make it at a weird slant, but let's not. Let's make it in a more defended area where we've got these turrets. This is like kind of close to the front line of defense, I get it, but you know, we've got a fair amount of units here. I think it'll be okay. Okay, let's get these bots out of here, these con bots. And speaking of front line of defense, let's go ahead and start walling off more of our area. You know, I've been inspired by one of the morons who wants to hopefully become leader of our country. And by hopefully, I mean he wants to hopefully become leader of our country, not that I want him to. Anyway, not to get too political. So, let's get grenadiers going on here. And an orbital factory. But yeah, it would be an interesting concept. I'm not sure if people would like that idea of a multiple... What is... Okay, the Angel... I was already curious about that. I think I mentioned it in the last episode, but anyway. It'd be interesting to see if people would be receptive to that idea of a Let's Play channel in which there were multiple content creators. Again, not that it's relevant to anything I do here, because we are very small scale. We are the few and the elite. And by elite, I mean not elite at all, but, you know, the few is the point. So, send in some of these. I don't really think we need to sink an orbital launcher over here, so let's just let that die. And actually, you know what we could use, though? Let's just, since the only factory we're building up here are orbital factories, let's just seal it off. That's a problem. There we go. And we'll leave a small place for units to come in if they need to. And then we'll more heavily defend that area. And this is where the battle's going on, so we probably should pay more attention. Okay, so they're building orbital defenses, but, you know, nothing too significant that we have to really deal with. I think this base is pretty much screwed by these forces here. Like, we're playing on Relentless. It doesn't feel very relentless to me. I feel like we're able to outplay this AI quite thoroughly, or at least out-expand it very early on, and then everything else just kind of goes downhill for them from there. Once we, you know, we get them essentially surrounded like this with like the base setups. Okay, we've got our Infernos moving in now. Yeah, they're dead. My one regret is I'm not sure if we'll be able to see what. You know what? We're gonna pull these units back. We've set them back now to the point of no return. I want to see what these siege bombers do. Genuinely curious. Not even gonna bother with advanced eco. Just gonna get these siege bombers up and running, and we're gonna cut production on spinners because I don't think we're gonna need those anymore. And cut production on Infernos. And cut production on whatever you're making. Just generally cutting production, which is something that you don't typically do in PA, because it's silly to do. But I think in this case we can make an exception, because I don't think the enemy is going to pose much of a threat to us at this point. So let's go ahead and just get the metal going on. Seems good. Part of me just wants to kill him. Yeah, because this is getting to be a longer episode, but we'll see what. Yeah, we'll make one at least. See what this thing does. I've genuinely never used one of these siege bombers before, so I think we've got more than enough military forces here that as soon as we actually want to, we can just wipe them out. So let's just figure out what these siege bombers are all about. And I guess this will be a good measure of just roughly how strong one siege bomber is when you send it up against a crippled base. I assume they'll still be able to take it out. I assume that one of them still won't kill all of them just because that'd be kind of ridiculous. But we'll find out. Okay. So he's just going to kind of hover over there. He's more of like a hover unit than an aircraft. He's so slow moving. I feel like the Doxes can almost run faster than he can. Yeah, I swear, I think the Doxes actually are running faster than he is. But he seems quite durable. I mean, that one fighter got him down 8%, but I mean, considering he got off a few shots on him compared to like a normal aircraft, he seems very durable. Let's see what it does. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. He's gonna die to the enemy commander, but well, let's see if we can get him out of there successfully. So these things are very good, but they're also slow moving and vulnerable. But alright. Let's just send everybody in. Send them in all in. The pathfinding is actually having trouble with all these dead units. It's advanced military tactic. Use your dead stuff as fortification. And they took out the siege bomber, but oh well, we weren't really expecting them to completely finish him off single-handedly. And we've got another one already, because production. But here comes the army. And this will be the conclusion to Episode 7 of Planetary Annihilation, as the enemy commander goes down in a swarm of Dox fire and other units that are in here. It's just that the Dox are more prevalent. And boom. Unfortunately, like, half the army is destroyed because of nuclear explosions. But there we go. Victory is ours. And we'll see what Tex he has, of course. That's the customary ending, the proper and fitting ending to a Galactic War game. So continue the war and see what we got. And explore.
System acquired.
Air armor tech. So air. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to acquire additional databank. So there we go, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching episode 7, this is, I believe, of Planetary Annihilation Galactic War, and I hope you'll join us for more in the future. I also have a Civ game going, if you guys are interested in watching that, and potentially starting some Kerbal Space programs soon, so bringing more variety to the channel. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed Planetary Annihilation Galactic War. Thank you for watching.